Hello everybody, and welcome back to Undertale Timeline Reset. Now, this game recently had an update where they added Glitchtail Kari to the game, and in my opinion, it's not good enough of a character to deserve a showcase. So I'm going to be showcasing the two new badge characters and the 10,000 Robux Game Pass character. Not Phase 2 because I'm poor and I tried to get the sold for it, but it took forever. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. If you guys do like this video, please do consider subscribing. We are almost at 4,000. And if we hit 4,000, I have a special thing planned if we hit 4K, okay? So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and let's just get into the showcase. And here he is, True Power Alpha Sans. Now, I will tell you, I have actually upgraded two of these characters, I believe. I don't think I've touched Undertale yet. I know I've upgraded the Dust and the Game Pass, so they'll be a little better than they actually are. But just ignore that, and well, I'll show you the showcase. So first up, Undertale has Bone Throw and Conceal Blasters, I think. My brain hurt. Apologies. Yeah, Bone Throw is just a click Bone Throw. It fires bones at a spot, and it's a pretty cool move. Next, we have Concealed Blasters, which is just a blaster barrage, and you can kind of, if you click somewhere, let me wait for the cooldown one quick second. You can kind of click somewhere and run around. This works better if you're on a tree. Here, let me show you really quick. If on a tree with, or not, nah. If you're on a tree and use something that's like a lock, it's like up in the corner or something. You can kind of click below you, and it fires like an explosion. So if you're like up there, you can kind of spread a shot. It's cool. I like it. Next up is Mind Wipe. You use this with an enemy, and it'll completely black out their screen, which means they cannot see anything for quite a long period. So you're able to kind of just attack them while they're taking their time and just blinded, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have Tactical Confinement. This is basically, this is just Bone Throw, but it auto locks on to however many enemies there are. Like, if there are 2 enemies, it would spawn 2 of these Bone Throws and auto lock to them. It doesn't follow them, it'll just fire at their position when you use the attack, which is cool, I like it. Next up, Uncertain Existence. Now you use this, you click, you go invisible, and you're able to move around. This does AoE damage, so if someone collides with this, it'll knock them back and hurt them for a little bit. So it's kind of an annoying move just to like hug an enemy with and just deal constant damage, because they can't do anything because they're stunned. It's a pretty cool move. Double Eye. Now if you look at dodges, I use Double Eye, click, it gives me 5 dodges. This gets better, I believe, however no, it doesn't, never mind, I'm dumb. But yeah, it gives you 5 dodges and the cooldown's quite long. But there's no limit to this, so technically you can just have infinite dodges, which is really cool. And it also gives your eyes a nice purple glow for a sec, and then it's gone. Timeline Manipulation, you click. I turned off the shake for all these attacks because this, let me just show you. Let's just have a look at this. Settings, thank you. Shake. Okay, it's not gonna work because I already used it. But this shake, it screen shakes your screen so bad. You can move with this, these do damage, and it's just random spawning rocks, which actually do pretty good damage, and they do fling up enemies back, which is pretty cool. Eyes of Burning Hate. Now this is a move that kind of buffs. I think it makes your attacks do twice the damage. And I wish I could test, but I just don't have a test monkey here, so I can't actually test. But I'm pretty sure, and 90% sure, it makes your attack stronger. You got this cool animation with this giant pillar. I can't see up. Then it shakes the ground, and you get a black aura. And now you do more damage for a while, and you get cool music to play with it as well. And that is Undertale. Now, let's go on to Dust, the Universal Dust. Mind you, I have upgraded this character a lot. This was one of the characters I poured a ton of shards into. And we'll just go through it. So, I believe it's 50 dodges he has. And he's not this fast normally. But, yeah, let's get started. Universal Dust Sans has Extinct Blasters. You click, and same thing as Undertale, it's just blasters. And we have Bone Throw, also same thing as Undertale. I kind of clicked in the sky there. It does the same thing, first 2 attacks. Then we have True Power, which I believe is it flings you in the air, and wherever you land, it'll deal AoE damage. And the range is really good on it, too. Omniverse Disruptor is a giant Gaster Blaster, which huge range. It's very hard to avoid this, unless you have good mobility. Next up, we have Ending. This is a move that if you click, it fires a giant slash, and this move will knock enemies backwards and fling them in multiple different directions. It's really cool and works pretty well. Then we have Kindness. This is a help move where you can kind of click somewhere, and if you get in this radius, it'll heal you. And yes, this works on enemies too, so if you want to help out a teammate, you can help out with them as well, if you're doing a boss. Okay, Osmosis? Osmosis? I think that's how you pronounce it. Osmosis. You click. You need enemies or team people for this, but it pretty much sets their speed to 0, so they kind of like move slow, and if they want to move at all. which I don't have anyone to test that with, but yeah, it makes the enemy really slow and slows them down. I think this is called Alpha Corruption Error. Now, I have also upgraded this character a lot because I love this character. It's my favorite because it's got a really broken move. Also, I apologize, I won't be showcasing Phase 2 in this video because I'm too poor. But when I get the souls, you expect to see a Phase 2 video on this character. Even though people have already done it. Well, I might still do one. Alright, so first we have Bone Throws. This is like the other two, but they're just bigger bones, and there's less of them, which is just cool. The cooldown's really quick on it, so you can kind of spam it, which is very nice. Next up, we have Fatal Corrupting Blasters. It's the same blasters, it's just more, and they have a different sound effect. Ray of Utter Destruction. You click with the ray, it fires a ray. I don't know what else you wanted from that. It's just a big beam that deals damage. Next up is String Trap. You click somewhere with String Trap, and it fires a string web. That deals damage, and the range on that is infinite. Next up is Virus Insertion. Virus Insertion. You can click somewhere, like all the way over here. I'll click over here. You click, and it spawns a little circle. That deals damage as well, and it hurts pretty bad. Okay. Dark Spike Move. So I'm just gonna call this one Dark Spike Move. Dark Spike Move. I could go to the boss and use it, but it just doesn't do that much. So, this is the dodge shredder of the character. This move will melt dodges. I don't know exactly how much damage it does to dodges because I've never been hit by it. But I know it can get someone to like -20 or something like that. It's crazy. You click, but there's no one here, so it doesn't work. It usually just spawns a spike from the ground and shoots up, but it's pretty cool. It doesn't really work if you're moving, if your enemy's moving, but so you just gotta catch them when they're standing still, which is a really nice move. Next up, we have Cyberpathy, which is a click thing, and if they're in front of here, like within this range, it'll do damage. This does a lot of damage too, and then it goes away after a little bit. Yeah, this move does a lot. This move is the dodge shredder, and these moves are just general good for helping. And then Phase 2, I've heard, is the third strongest character in this entire game, because it can get, I believe it can two-shot almost every character, which is absolutely crazy. But, yeah, I'll showcase Phase 2 when I get enough, and if you guys want to see it. So leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video. This game is fun. Honestly, this game's fun. It's doing really good on Roblox-wise, and I hope it'll do good channel-wise. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a great day, and, yeah, peace!